Chanka. Hey everyone, it's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. Harry Maguire. What was I talking about in my last video? Harry Maguire, everyone's been talking about it potentially moving to Manchester United. Well, it's been reported today that Manchester United have made official contact with Leicester City about the transfer of Harry Maguire to United. And this is exactly what we need. This is of course what most people expected to happen after having such a great World Cup. We need a centre-back to come in there, somebody who can really command the back line and also just is a good all-round footballer. I think he showed in the World Cup, not only is he good defensively in terms of tackling, interceptions and heading. I think his heading was absolutely majestic in the World Cup, but also he's a good all-round sort of player. Useful going forward, can dribble the ball forward out of defence, can pick a pass really well. Just generally a good all-round footballer. I think Manchester United have been lacking that in the back line for a good while. It's like we've got these melts like Smalling and Phil Jones, and they're okay. You need good squad players. I'm not saying we should necessarily get rid of those players because I think we've got so many games over the course of a season that we need to have the depth in the squad, and those players are decent. They're good to play, in the cup against Kettering Town or something, but they're not good enough to play in the Champions League. They're not good enough to play in the big games, I don't think, where there's pressure and expectation. And I think what Harry Maguire showed during the World Cup is that he does handle pressure well. I mean, okay, we're only coming up against Panama and Tunisia and shit like that, and maybe we did have one of the easiest runs in history for a team like England to the semi-final of the World Cup. But in all of those games, he showed great tenacity, great leadership. And, he's not afraid of a tackle at all. He gets stuck in there. United have been lacking the bottle over the last couple of years. We used to have Ferdinand and Vidic in those positions, a couple of hard bastards, really. Used to have Keno, Schmeichel at the back there, people like that. And last couple of years, I mean, Phil Jones doesn't really strike fear into the opposition, does he? Neither does Chris Smalling. I mean, Eric Bailly's probably our best defender, and he's the most like that. And I think he would be an excellent partner for Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire, of course, you could argue, has not actually really done that much. He's sort of come on the scene after this World Cup. Leicester City, he's had a sort of bang average career up until a year or so ago. And then he has come on wonders and, of course, played himself into the England fold under Gareth Southgate and excelled at the World Cup. He was definitely one of England's best players at the tournament. One of three of their best players, really, Pickford and Trippier. And then definitely Harry Maguire, for me, was probably our player of the tournament. So I think that was really his opportunity on a big stage to show what he can do. We've seen what he can do. United are crying out for a top quality centre-back. Is he top quality right now? He showed that in the World Cup that he has the quality. It's all about consistency. He's 25 years old. He's approaching the best years of his career as a professional. And certainly between the ages of 27, 32, 33 are the best years for a defender generally. So we could have England's centre-back for the next six, 7, 8 years. And he could be United centre-back for that period of time. I think it's very important to have this English spine of players in the side. We've lost it a bit under Jose Mourinho. You would expect that to happen because he's all about just getting what experienced good players in that he can. And he's not necessarily about blooding homegrown talents. But I think it's very important for United to keep that character that we've got because nobody over the years could say that we were a team like Arsenal who would just have so many different nationalities out there on the pitch. We do, over the years, we've had this great core of English players, whether it be Beckham, Scholesy, Carrick and Ferdinand and all these types of lads. We've had a lot of them in there, and we need to keep that identity at the club 100%. We've got youngsters like Rashford coming through. And we do have other English players at the club, as I say, Jones and Smalling. But I think Maguire's shown that he can actually be better than those players, more consistent than those players, more of a leader than those players, come up with, very important challenges and keeps his head very well in pressure situations, I thought. So, to me, it's a win-win. The price tag that's being bandied around at the moment is around about £65 million, which is crazy, isn't it, for Harry Maguire? A player who, he had a good World Cup, but other than that, it's not like we're signing, it's not like his name's freaking Roberto Ronald Maldini or something, do you know what I mean? He is Harry Maguire of Leicester City, and he's a decent player, and he showed it at the World Cup. He had a good World Cup, didn't he? So are we prepared to spend £65 million on that. I mean, I think we probably should. The way the transfer market has gone, it's only going one way. And you've got to pay to get quality. And he is going to be reasonably sought after, I think. And Leicester City, of course, I don't see them wanting to get rid of him. Because they would have to then go out there and try and sign a player to fill that spot. And he is a big player. But 65 million, you think they would snap your hand off for that anyway. Anything over that, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. But it's only money. Manchester United generates a shitload of money, both from TV deal rights and commercial deals and all. Every single way you can imagine, Manchester United are right up there. So we can afford it. It's not like we spunk loads of money this transfer window, is it? You know, we've got a bit of catching up to do. I'm really disappointed with United's transfer movement this window. Fred, okay, good deal. Could hopefully turn into a really good player for us. That would be great, you know. I'm not overly impressed by his previous. I know he's in the Brazil squad and that sort of thing. But, I mean, Shakhtar Donetsk, you know, Ukrainian... It's not that great, is it? But yes, Manchester United, we need to sign a couple more quality players. Harry Maguire would perhaps be the centre-back that we have so very much needed for the last however many years. Since Ferdinand and Vidic left, basically, we have been definitely needing a replacement centre-back that's real quality. And the partnership excites me because I think that is a partnership that could potentially be, in the future, the next Vidic and Ferdinand. Or the next Pallister and Bruce. Or, you know, we haven't really had that for a good few years. We've had this mishmash of players like... you know, Jones and Smalling and then Bailly's come in, and then we have players like Lindelof filling spots, and Blin was playing centre-back a lot before he went and stuff like that. You know, so we haven't had that solid partnership at the back, that centre-back pairing that we have had in previous successful Manchester United teams. I just wanted to make this video to keep you up to date with the news that Manchester United have made contact with Leicester City. Get your thoughts and opinions in below in the comments section about what you think of the transfer fee involved, what you think about the player in terms of qualities. Do you want him at Manchester United? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. Please do get commented below. Also, if you could chuck a like on this video, give it a share on social media, it'd be much appreciated. But this has been the Flying Pig on Flying Pig United. Get your comments in below. I'll see you very soon. Take it easy. Have yourselves a good one. And come on, United, sort your freaking lives out now. Pull your finger out and sign some bloody players, will ya?